I have a client who is the main salesperson for a tax and accounting firm. And we looked at some of the deals that are coming up and deals that have been in the past and did some practice and had a major breakthrough on some of our well being practices that help us slow down the conversation in tempo, but increase and accelerate the trust. That sounds like those two don't go together, but they absolutely do. And what we focused on was following clues and 1 point per turn. These are principles we've talked about, but as we often say in Next Up Leader, they're more caught than taught. And so what we did today was we brought Udly, which is an AI speech coaching software, into our Zoom call to track and record, and we actually did a real mock sales demo with me playing the client and him playing the salesperson. And we actually did some of that for about 5 or 8 minutes and then went and watched the recording together. And it became abundantly obvious that he thought he was following some of these principles, but there were multiple missed opportunities. And the aha moment was a couple of clues that could have been followed. So when the prospect says something like, no, the reason I haven't purchased this service in the past is because I'm so busy and overwhelmed and I just don't even want to think about it. Instead of moving on and answering with like, well, we take that off your plate and we make it easy for you, which is a reply. That's a guessing reply though, where you don't know exactly why it's overwhelming or hard. In the redone version of it, he asked, what makes it so hard and challenging for you to do this? And then he found that the reason that the prospect finds it hard and challenging was because of intimidation of QuickBooks. Now he can immediately skip some steps. There's no guesswork involved. He gets to solve the QuickBooks' intimidating problem because he followed that clue. And this time it became much more smooth to say, we'll manage QuickBooks for you as long as you get us started in just 20 minutes on doing this and this. That would take it off your plate. And then as the prospect, there was immediate relief and feelings of goodness. So we did that 3 or 4 times and found that in the conversation as the salesperson, it was always tempting to answer the client with a reply instead of find out more about why something was part of that client's statement. We're always looking for the hot emotional terms like frustrated, upset, took too long, that kinds of things. We want to say, oh, if the prospect says it took too long, we want to say, what amount of time is right, or what is too long in your mind? Those sorts of clue following questions give us the exact information we need to skip a bunch of steps and progress the conversation further than you would by praying and spraying.